Hello and welcome to AUCTV's weekly news bulletin. I'm Habiba Al-Mawardi. Tabali has recently become one of the most crowded areas on campus. Almost everyone on campus has tried their oriental taste and every individual comes for their favorite dish. Zuba was previously taking the place of Tabali and many of us loved it. Tabali seems very similar to Zuba in their menu and somehow their taste. Many of the people who usually like Tabali mainly are foreign professors.
هاي اسمك ايه؟ بقالك قد ايه بتشتغل هنا؟
بقالي 10 ايام
10 ايام بس؟ طيب في ال 10 ايام دول اكتر حاجة الناس بتطلبها ايه مثلا؟
الباستا والسلطه.
باستا والسلطة. ماشي ميرسي.
Tabali remains one of the most crowded spots on campus because of its various choices of dishes, their sufficient pricing, and delicious food. The Alf Leila و Leila Hall at the Nile Ritz-Carlton Hotel in Tahrir witnessed an almost fully capacitated event. The Egypt-Japan Corporation in the Evolving Strategic Context of the Middle East and Asia seminar was held as part of the commemoration of AUC's centennial. As the event approached its start, the seats filled up with people eager to hear from the experts on the subject. Despite falling under the radar, the relationship between Egypt and Japan upon the most important factors of Egypt's current state of evolving. The former ambassador emphasized how politics is among the many fields impacted by the technological advances. The keynote speaker, Ambassador Masaki Noki, explained that upon the most notable activities taken from the Japanese style of education is that which forces the students to clean their classroom as the method to teach them the value of collaboration and give them the sense of being an adult through their new responsibility. The event was in collaboration with the Japanese Institute of International Affairs and supported by the Embassy of Japan in Egypt. Back to AUC's new campus, the School of Global Affairs and Public Policy celebrated the caravan in an exhibition. On February 17, 2019, AUC honored the students and faculty. AUC hosted 100 Years of Caravan at the Photographic Gallery in the Journalism and Mass Communication Department, located in the Jamil building. The exhibition included 100 cover pages from 1925 to 2018. In 1925, when the caravan first started, it was called the AUC Review. Professor Doris Jones welcomed the guests, including Lamis Al-Hadidi and Ines Barakat. Firas Al-Atrakshi gave a speech about the history of the caravan.
It is with great pride and great honor that I am here today, standing before you, looking over so many familiar faces, some that I haven't seen in over 25 years.
Alauddin Idris, Associate Provost for Research, Innovation and Creativity, opened the exhibition with honor. This was all for today's bulletin. I'm Habiba Al-Mawardi. Stay with us for the interview segment. For our interview segment, please welcome Yusuf Zakaria, team captain of the AUC soccer team. Hi, Yusuf.
Hi.
Thank you for joining us in the studio.
It's my pleasure.
Can you please start by introducing yourself to us?
I'm a student here at AUC, political science major and minor economics. It's my last semester. I'm a graduating senior. And I've been playing football since I was 3 years old and went to took it to a professional level, and I'm hoping continuing my career after I'm done with university.
Last week, AUC forfeited a game. It was actually the first game of the semester. Can you please tell us what happened?
We went to the match day like any other match day. All of the players were in the room waiting for the coach, Sharif Nassar, to come in and tell us what's the formation about the match. So he went in and gave us a speech about how many players didn't attend the last session, the training session. So he told us the players who didn't attend are not allowed to participate in the match today. According to his rules, no university rules no university rules apply to this situation. So he told us to get our bags and go outside. We did that at first, but then we were like 12 players. So we asked ourselves why he can't do this, and no other coach has the right to do this. So we went. He took the remaining players to the field and started he was warming up the players with like players from the tryouts who are not part of the AUC team and only attended the last training session. So other players who did attend and who were old teammates, they refrained from playing and told them that they're not gonna play if the other players are not going to play. So we went Captain Arafa, who was our representative of the sports department, and told them that according to the university rules, these players cannot play because they don't have a medical checkup file in the university. So according to that, they cannot represent the university in an official match. So there was a dispute between us and the coach. So then we forfeited the match. That's it.
But do you believe that AUC, like forfeiting the game, was the right decision? Was this the only decision that he could that you agreed that he could do?
According to his perspective.
Like to the players' perspective and also the universities, because like I feel like he was just being stubborn.
Yeah, according to the players, we had every intention of playing and going forth with the match, and even after the match we forfeited the official game. The other university stayed and we played a friendly match between us. So the players had every intention of continuing their idea to go forth with the match, but the sports director didn't see that fit, as he decided to, as a consequence of our actions, we were forced to forfeit the match and the whole tournament.
Okay. How did you react after?
At first, as I told you, we were very angry with what the previous coach did. So as a consequence of that, we went to the field and like invaded the field, so the match would not take place. And also legally, according to the university rules, we had a right that these players were not allowed to play according to university rules. So it was either for us to forfeit the match without any players, or we could play. So the university decided to forfeit the match.
Now you have a new coach, Bob Riasso, who is also the sports director.
Yes.
How's that benefiting the team?
Coach Bob was with us last semester. He was a very pronounced coach in USA. He was a coach of a lot of universities, and he's a very good coach. And I think the team is benefiting highly from his experience and his training techniques. But we have a little problem with going forth with the American culture, because everything to him has to be exact and on time. And
okay. So we see the team picture all over the campus for the centennial. How do you feel being part of the team on its 100th anniversary?
It's a great pleasure, and I'm also lucky to be in the university in the centennial, and it's a very good feeling.
Thank you, Yusuf, for joining us today in the studio.
Thank you.
That was all for today. I'm Habiba Al-Mawardi. Stay tuned with us next week for more coverage on AUC News.